Okay, so I need to convert some materials. Okay. Alright. So we have every 3 iron I can make 1 spring. Yeah, I'll make some spring. What the heck? Okay. Oh geez. Okay. Alright, this is what we're doing, Konami? Alright, let's do it. 301, 302, 303, 304. Woo! I just got a terrible report card. 305, 306, 307, 310. Woo! Now I think we should make some bricks. All we need is 10 clay for every 1 brick. Let's say I want another, 50 bricks. I'll see you in 10 minutes. Okay, well, converting materials is completely broken. Anyways, alright, I want to send some of my dudes out on a scouting mission. Oh, costs real life money to get more scout units, that's kind of weird. We'll just go with the 1 unit that they give you for free. Alright, I need to give them items so that their mission will be more successful. Let's give them some food, right? Some poop pills, right? See, now we got some good survival and some good combat, because they also have a survival bow and some kind of assault rifle already. So, their combat level is pretty good. So is their survival. So let's give them that. All right, I'll deploy them. I'll have them go get 9 steel for me in exchange for 2 of my rations, 4 of my antibacterial drugs, and damaging a bunch of my equipment for 9 steel. Seems legit. Let's hunt some birds. Oh, whoops. That was a bad shot, I guess. Come on, you. Yeah, there it is. Yeah. Alright. I could cook this up later. Yes, sirree. I have some nice stork meat. Let's have us some stork. That was some good stork. I'll wash that down with my only bottle of clean water. Another great thing about this game's multiplayer experience is just the quick matchmaking, really. It's great. All it takes is 6 minutes and you'll be in a game right away. So it's been like, I don't know, a week since this game came out. So I mean, they might make it even faster, but I mean 6 minutes isn't too bad, right? I'm sorry, it's not 6 minutes. I have to find another player, then a 5-minute countdown starts. So I mean, it probably is about 6 minutes, as long as they don't leave, because if they leave, I'll have to find another friend again. So we're just gonna go ahead and let this do its thing. I'm sure I'll find someone anytime now. I'll be on Facebook if you need me. Oh! I found somebody! Now we just gotta wait 5 minutes before it starts. Let me see, how long was it? That was 2 minutes and 23 seconds and counting. I mean, that's not too bad to find one guy. So if we have to find 3, that's a good 6 minutes, so maybe I was correct. I know what you're thinking. I out-level this man by... like 18 levels or something.
2 + 2 is 4, -1, that's 3, quick maths.
Yeah. I am extremely overpowered for the mission I'm attempting right now. You are correct. Yeah. Alright, so that counter up top says just over 3 minutes until the game will automatically start, due to the fact that we can't find anyone else. Whoa, we found another what? I didn't think there was anyone else playing this game. Wow, and he barely made it in. We only have a little over a minute and a half. Can we get one more? Can we get a full team? That's almost unheard of on this game. Going with the 3 of us. All right. Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. Let's do this. Yeah. Let's do it. All right. Now we just gotta wait a little over 2.5 minutes before the game starts. While we're sitting in the waiting room. So, unless everyone stands on that gold plate over there. Alright, so, Elgato's been running for 9 minutes and 55 seconds, and we're on the loading screen loading into a mission. So it only took 10 minutes now. It's still loading, so a little over 10 minutes to get into a game. You know, that's not too bad. That's not too. I mean, it didn't fill up it didn't fill up the team. But I mean, what can you expect from such an old title like this? You know, there's not many people still online anymore. It's been 6 days since it released. Now, what's great about this multiplayer mode is that in the stats on the right side, my hunger and thirst will start draining when the mission starts. But the awesome part about that is that there's no way to find food. So, whatever you come in the mission with, I happen to have come in the mission with 100% food and 100% thirst quenched. Okay, so I'm fine. But if you come into a multiplayer match with, 50% hunger and 70% thirst, yeah, sure, you might be able to find, let's say, a water bottle. I believe there's one in this building. Ah, there's 2. And a lantern. So there's some clean water here that I just took that my teammates probably could have used, but just for example's sake, you might be able to find some water bottles sitting around. That's pretty cool, right? There's some missions. You can look for certain supplies, like this will give you Molotov cocktails, and this will let you craft a normal barricade. That's pretty cool, but how come there's nowhere to hunt? There's no fire to roast your game, you know? You can't eat anything unless you brought a snack. This is bring your own snack to work day, all right? Now, I didn't have any water, but I did bring some soup, which, technically has water in it, so it does help my thirst. But if you're a new player and you just started, good luck, buddy. So the only way to find food is in the normal story mode, and it's extremely rare to find the food for the first several hours of the campaign. Later on in the game, however, it does get a lot easier to find food. That's why I have soup, and normally I have a bunch of water, but I didn't bring any on this trip. Probably have some back at base, but that's beside the point. I'm pretty nerded out, but if you're just starting this game, please stop, please, thank you. If you're just starting this game, you shouldn't play co-op until you're at least like 6 hours into the main story and you have food. And really, you don't even want to do the story. You just want to gather food and water. That's pretty much all you're going to want to do if you want to play co-op with your friends, okay? One good thing is, however, after the mission, when you return to that waiting area I was in earlier, after the mission, all of your food and water stats that you had before the mission return to how they were. So, me going into a mission with 100% food and 100% water, it doesn't mean I'm gonna lose anything except during the mission. When I get out of the mission, I'll return back to 100% food and water, and I'll be fine. Problem is, while I'm on the mission, I can get hungry and thirsty, and there's no way that I can, fix that on the mission. During the mission, if you starve to death, you're starving to death, okay? If you're hungry, you're done. So make sure you bring snacks on your missions, guys. Bring the snacks. Now, if you'd excuse me, I have to go be OP somewhere else. Okay, I'm not as OP as I thought. Pretty much the only thing you're going to want to do in this game is once you unlock the bow and arrow, you're almost always just gonna use your bow. Alright? That is the best weapon. Anything with range. The bow is the cheapest ranged weapon. The bow is the cheapest ranged weapon you can use. It's nothing too fancy, but it's the cheapest thing, because all you need for arrows is wood and steel. Wood and iron. Yeah. To get iron, beat down on some iron barrels like these. Check out that skill. To get wood, it's best to find trees like these. Chop them down. Voila, you have wood. Now guess what? You have wood and you have iron. Both of the things you just collected, you now have. Well, obviously, you make your arrows. Boom, just made 10 arrows. Not only do you not have to get close to these things, but you can also just pick them off from a distance, easy as pie. If you want to get rid of these guys with a bow, shoot their legs. Or burn them like my buddies are doing. They will blow up, but their weak spots as far as ranged is always the legs. Another thing to remember if you don't want to use the bow is that the melee combat in this game is basically that of Dark Souls.
You serious?
You need to learn their attack patterns and remember to dodge everything and anything that comes at you. If you don't have this dodge skill, well, don't get into melee combat. Thankfully, the dodge skill is easily acquired by leveling up just one time, and you can purchase it in the skill tree. If you're not going to use the dodge skill, well, you're just going to have to try your best to walk backwards when things are coming at you. So, say this guy wants to come at me, sidestep him a little bit. That's the best you can do if you don't have the dodge ability. If you do have the dodge ability, obviously it's a lot easier to sidestep. Thus, the Dark Souls formula.
Where is me formula?
However, if you're like me, and you're a pro, you can do whatever you want and take no consequence. When you get really good at close quarters combat, you can take anything out just with hand-to-hand. Observe. I took that one out instantly. They come at me, they don't stand a chance.
Oh no!
As I was saying, they don't stand a chance. I am the master of CQC and parkour. So now, as you can see, my hunger and thirst are back at 100% where I started. Also, while you're in this waiting area, you can even set up a dummy shooting course. Check out this skill. Oh, jeez. I'm better with the bow. Let me just... Oh, jeez. One great thing about this game is explosive barrels. One great thing about this game is the explosive barrels. You can take out an enemy easily. Just be careful, you don't want to be too close to one when it goes off. One awesome part of this game... excuse me?
To think it ends in such a way.
Okay.
How unfortunate.
Alright. Anyways, one awesome feature of this game also is that when you're at the game over screen after you've died, when you select Restart from Last Save, it will ask you if you're sure if you would like to restart from the most recent save, because all the progress you made before you died will be lost if you do that, meaning you'll lose any and all loot that you once had. But thankfully, they ask you whether or not you do want to restart from the most recent save. So you can say no. And you can wait here. You can wait and wait as long as you want and never have to lose that progress. It's not like it is your only option to restart from the last save, but you don't have to lose your stuff as long as you just don't do it. You can just stay here at the game over screen. Isn't that great? I'm not going to lose any of what I just did because I'm not going to restart from the last save. If I select it, it makes sure that I have to confirm it. And I'm like, no, I don't want to lose anything that I've done. So I'll say, no, I won't. I won't do that. I want to keep what I've been farming. I want to keep it. It's mine. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to restart from the last save. I'm going to keep my stuff. I'm keeping it right now by not restarting. I'm keeping it. I can do this all day, and I will. I will do this all day. Okay, I kind of want to play the game, so I'm just gonna lose the last 2 hours of farming materials and whatnot. Yeah, I'll just do that all over. Not like my time matters. Not like it matters, Konami. My life doesn't matter. Anything I want to do does not matter, Konami. That's fine. That's fine. The player's time does not matter. Even if they've been, farming for 2 hours and they just die and lose it all, they'll do it all again. We'll just waste our lives away. That's fine. Yeah, I'm fine with that. Nice game, Konami. Okay, now in all seriousness, I have played this game for I don't know how many hours. I'll display it on the screen right now. And, overall, the game, it's actually really good. It started off really slow, mainly because they really starve you out in the first couple of hours of gameplay. And it's hard to have fun when you're constantly starving to death or just barely surviving. I suppose that is what they were going for, surviving. But when food gets in the way of game progression, that kind of sucks. But once you get a little further into the game, it's a lot more fun. Like, it's been a blast just running through the missions, enjoying the story, playing some co-op missions with randoms. The matchmaking's not that bad. I mean, it needs some work. They definitely have their clunky user interface, and all that. Oh, let's see. I guess my squad's back. I got my 9 steel, and all it took was one of my rations, one of my antibacterial drugs, 15% of that AR's durability, 15% of the bow's durability, 15% of the tactical vest that I gave them, and yeah, all that, and I got 9 steel. That really sucks. They gotta make some better missions for you to send your guys out on. The rewards gotta be a lot better than that, because it's not a good trade, I don't think. Because I can find steel somewhere else in that quantity really easy. The game in its current state, it does need some fixes as far as matchmaking is concerned, and things with the UI, user interface, like when I'm trying to craft, when I'm trying to convert materials, like earlier, you can craft one material at a time when you need, say, 200 of it. It's gonna take forever. They need to make it so that while you're playing online, you won't continuously be getting hungrier and thirstier. Because if you go in and you only have 40% of your hunger meter filled, you're gonna starve to death because there's no way to hunt. Or the least they could do is make it so that there's animals in the co-op mode that you can hunt and then bring back to where you're defending and cook it up and eat it. That would make sense. Then fine, you can keep it in. Just give me a way to be able to find food and water. That's the point. Like, if there's no way to find food or water, don't be taking away my my stats while I'm playing and making me die. But overall, I have enjoyed the game. It just took a little bit to get the ball rolling. They do have a good story still. I'd have to give this game so far 7.5 out of 10. If they fix the matchmaking and add more co-op stuff, because currently there's 2 maps you can do, and if they would slow down the food meter a little bit, at least the food meter, just slow it down by like 20%, then I'd give it an 8.5, you know. So, you know, it has potential to be an 8.5 game, but in its current state, and as far as I've explored the game, it's a 7.5, I'd say. It's still good. I'm enjoying it. It's not as good as 5 so far, but it's definitely different than 5, so, you know, 5 for me was like a 9 out of 10. That was great. 7.5.
Oh no!